This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
Back. Miguel Garcia on the chat board goes, Big O, how much for an Adam Gase rant? he wants to send in a super chat for a super rant on Adam Gase. I ranted on him yesterday with was it yesterday with Jamal Adams or the day before? I forgot. I do so many.
He does get mentioned at some point because the asinineness of him. You know, you can't help but correlate it to some ridiculous, stupid nonsense. He's an easy target like that, you know, and he must like it, I guess.
I mean, well, listen, I'll give you something on this because there is a little bit of a development on the Adam Gase, Jamal Anderson thing. I don't know if you guys saw Gregg Williams, but the defensive coordinator came out and as you all know, Jamal Adams wants out. He wants a new contract. He's got 2 years left. They can also tag him after that. So he's got the 4th year left, the 5th year, that's because he's a first rounder, and then they can franchise him. So they've got him under control, right? So he's got no leverage right now, but he's pissed. He's sick and tired of Adam Gase. We all know Adam Gase is an asswipe. I mean, it is what it is. Adam Gase is a schmuck. Let's just call it like we see it, okay? There's a reason why people don't respect him. There's a reason why people don't connect with Adam Gase. But I told you this a while back, okay? I said whoever thought it was a good idea to hire Gregg Williams and Adam Gase is nuts because those two guys do not mix, okay? First year, kind of under the radar, and you know that Adam brought one guy of his, and Gregg wanted to bring his son and all that stuff, and there was all kinds of issues with that. So there's been already some clash between these two. So now you've got Jamal Adams wanting out, pointing out about Adam Gase, Manish Mehta breaking the story that he's disrespected in the locker room. People don't like him. Obviously, Jamal Adams doesn't like him. No surprise. We saw what Adam Gase was here, okay? I mean, Adam Gase was built for COVID. Because when you watch him actually game planning on the sidelines, he's sitting all by himself. He's been social distancing for a while now. I mean, Adam Gase is the only guy on the planet that could get corona and will not pass it on to anybody because nobody gets close to that guy. Okay? So now you got Gregg Williams, and he goes, he has to handle his contract. He'll do all that kind of stuff. I'm hoping everything goes well. I love coaching him. I got his back. So there's a player that the defensive coordinator knows hates his head coach. And he's saying, I got his back. And he's also saying, I'm hoping it works out. Do you know why he's saying he's hoping it works out? Because maybe halfway through the season, when they're about 1-7, they're like, okay, we got to get rid of Adam Gase. And guess who becomes the head coach? Gregg Williams. Guess who didn't become the head coach? Gregg Williams in Cleveland. When they fired Hugh Jackson, they put that clown, what's his name? Whatever, the offensive coordinator.
Yeah, the one that what's his name liked.
Whatever. Mayfield. And
yes,
and everybody thought it would be Gregg Williams because he was the most experienced guy, but he's a psycho. He's a maniac. Everybody knows Gregg Williams is a maniac. So now the maniac is backing up Jamal Adams publicly. So this is just another way of kind of a way to circumvent and a backhanded slap at Adam Gase in the process. So the soap opera is brewing with the New York Jets already as it is. I love that they were incredibly stupid to hire him. And Miguel Garcia drops a super chat. Go ahead, fire it up. Super chat.
No way.
Yes way. No way. Yes way.
They were fantastic.
Super chat. Thank you, Miguel. I appreciate you. He goes, I feel better. Thank you, Big O.
You know, it's another thing. Obviously, you're the defensive coordinator. If one of the best safeties in the league leaves, your job just got a lot harder.
That's right. Well, that's why he says I love coaching him. That's why he's backing him up. And then if he becomes a head coach, guess who's going to want to stay? Jamal Adams. Because in the middle of all of that, he says, I got his back. So, you know, and so now it's Joe Douglas's job to kind of massage this. Problem is Adam Gase is the guy that influenced the Jets to hire Joe Douglas. So how long does Joe stay faithful to Adam Gase, knowing that Adam Gase train is going to run right in to a damn wall? So do you get off of it and just, you know what, let Adam Gase, let him crash, as they say in airplane. I say, let him crash. And then he just gets off the plane, off the train. And there you go. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Miguel, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it, my brother.
You got to think the fact they haven't even got together, started they haven't been in the same room, and this is where it's at. Imagine where this escalates to once they all are in the same area.
Yeah, sadly, Dolphin fans, it just gets worse and worse, which means eventually they'll fire him. And too bad. But, I mean, it is the Jets. They'll hire another crappy coach.
That dream of him being there for a decade is not looking good, right?
Yeah. Yeah, raging Dolphin maniac. Oh, does Gase make it through the season, or do the Jets fire? I think they'll fire him, unfortunately. I mean, I would love to see him there for 10 or 20 years. Really. Just keep doing stupid things, and they just keep him. Kind of like what we did, with Joe Philbin. We did with Tony Sperano. We kept Wanstead around. We kept Ryan Tannehill around for 7 years. Those kind of stupid things that we do or have done in the past, because those days are done. That kind of stuff. I would like to see that. But something tells me that the New York media will kill the team, and they'll be frying them. They'll be in the back pages of the New York Post every single day with the jokes. So by the end of this season, I think the 2 years will be enough. And people will look at it and they'll say, well, you saw what happened in Miami the last 2 years, and now what you've seen here 2 years, what makes you think it's going to get any better? And then they'll release him. So I think he doesn't make it through this season. It's really hard. I don't believe in the quarterback as much as anybody tells you. I know he's talented, but I still think he has that turnover problem. There's just a part of me that doesn't believe in what's going on there. You know what I mean? And I really want the dysfunction to continue. I mean, that's fun. There's nothing wrong with watching, the Jets constantly fall apart. It's a beautiful thing, actually, to watch the Jets constantly fall apart.